Chapter 6. More on Photoshop CS6. Inside the chapter, Painting Tools, Retouching Tools, Clone Stamp Tool, Blur Tool, Sharpen Tool, Smudge Tool, Type Tools, Shape Tool, Navigation Tools, Setting Image Adjustments, Layers. Adobe Photoshop is image editing software which is used to create and manipulate images. In order to make the images more eye-catching and appealing, you can edit or retouch the image using various tools available in the toolbar. Let us learn about the painting tools, retouching tools, drawing tools, and type tools with the help of examples in this chapter. Fact file. The latest version of Adobe Photoshop compatible with Windows 10 is Photoshop CC. Painting tools. Painting tools include brush tool, history brush tool, and gradient tool. We have learned about gradient tool in the previous chapter. In this chapter, we will discuss about brush tool with examples to make each tool clear. Brush tool. Brush tool is a painting tool which is used to create smooth brush strokes on the foreground color in the picture. You can select a brush shape which can be square, circle, oval, etc. And you can select the thickness of the brush. When you move the brush on the image, it leaves a stroke of colors. When you select a brush tool from the toolbar, you can see the options available in the options bar related to the brush tool. It may include Brush Preset Picker. When you click on this option, you can see various number of presets available for brush mode. This option is used to set the painting mode from the available options. Opacity. This option is used to set the level of transparency of the brush strokes. Flow. This option is used to set the flow of the brush. Let us see how it works. 1. Open an image in Photoshop CS6. 2. Use a magic wand tool and select the area where you want to apply the brush tool by clicking on the area once. In this example, we have selected the sky. 3. Select the brush tool from the toolbar. 4. From the options bar, select the style, say brush number 60, and hardness will be disabled if we select brush 60 of the brush. 5. Set the foreground color to any color you want. 6. Create a new layer by clicking on the Create a New Layer button at the bottom left corner of the window. 7. Now, paint with the type of brush you have selected by clicking the left mouse button and dragging the mouse in the selected area as shown in the figure. 8. Look at the figure with change in the sky color. In this example, we first select the brush number 134 to draw in the selection and then brush number 60 to draw again in the selected part. You can see the effects of both brushes in the figure. Fact file. Magic wand tool is used to select a particular area of an image based on its color by just a single click. Pencil tool. Pencil tool is used to create freehand drawings. The difference between brush tool and pencil tool is that brush tool draws with smooth and soft edges and pencil tool draws with hard edges. Let us explain the working of pencil tool with the help of example. 1. Open an image in Photoshop CS6. 2. Select the pencil tool from the toolbar. 3. In options bar, set the size of the pencil to any size, say 16, by moving the slider of size option in Brush Preset Picker. 4. Set the foreground color by clicking on the foreground color from the toolbar. 5. A color picker dialog box opens. Set any color, say green. 6. Click OK button. 7. Create a new layer by selecting the Create a New Layer button. 8. Now, click the left mouse button and drag the mouse to draw the lines with pencil tool as shown in the figure. Color replacement tool. The color replacement tool, as the name implies, is used to replace or change the color of the image to new color. For this, you need to select the foreground color and existing color will be replaced with foreground color. Let us learn about this tool with the help of example. Open an image in Photoshop CS6. 2. Select the color replacement tool from the toolbar. 3. Click on the foreground color to select a new color. 4. A color picker dialog box opens. 5. Select the color, say blue. 6. Click OK button. 7. Now change the size of the cursor to 115 px. 8. The cursor changes its shape. 9. Now click and drag the pointer on the image and color your image as shown below. Mixer brush tool. Mixer brush tool is used to mix colors and paint the image or a part of the image. It is used to blend the colors and paint with a single brush stroke. There are two paint wells. Reservoir. It deposits the color on canvas. Pickup. It picks up the color from the canvas. Let us explain the washing of mixer brush tool. Let us learn about this tool with the help of example. Open an image in Photoshop CS6. 2. Select the mixer brush tool from the toolbar. 3. Click Alt+, click the left mouse button at a point on image to load the color into reservoir, or click on the foreground color and select any color, say yellow. 4. Change the brush size to 135. 5. Now drag the mouse pointer on the image to blend and mix the existing color with the foreground color. Fact file. Bitmap graphics are based on pixels to represent an image, and vector graphics do not use pixels and are based on mathematical formulae. Fact file. The default foreground color is black and default background color is white. Retouching tools. The various retouching tools are explained below. Spot healing brush tool. When you click a photograph, there may be many things you want to change in order to make it perfect picture, like removing the dark circles, dark spots, blemishes, marks, or many other elements from your photograph. In order to do this, spot healing brush can be useful. Let's see how we can make a perfect picture using this tool. 1. Open an image in Photoshop CS6. 2. Select the spot healing brush tool from the toolbar. 3. Change the brush size from the options bar, say 130. 4. Now, in order to heal the spots and dark circles, click and drag the mouse over the spot. Healing brush tool. The difference between spot healing brush tool and healing brush tool is that in healing brush tool, you need to specify the source point to paint the spots. For this, press Alt plus left mouse click at some point in the image. 1. Open the image in Photoshop CS6. 2. Select the healing brush tool from the toolbar. 3. Change the size of brush. 4. Press Alt plus left mouse click to select a color from the image that is used to paint a spot. Now, drag the mouse to heal the spots. Patch tool. In Patch tool, you can select a patch, drag it, and drop it on the area which you want to cover with that patch. In this way, you can remove the unwanted elements from the image with the patch of matching contents. Let us see how it works. 1. Open an image in Photoshop CS6. 2. Select Patch tool from the toolbar. 3. Go to Options bar and in the Choose a Patch mode, select Content Aware Patch mode. 4. Select the area which is to be replaced with the help of Patch tool by clicking the left mouse button. Hold it and drag the mouse to make the selection. Suppose we select the second flower. 5. Now, drag the selection to the area left-right or anywhere from where you want to generate a fill. Content Aware Move tool. This tool is used to move the image or part of it to some other area. When we move the selection, the area left behind will get filled with the existing background. 1. Open an image in Photoshop CS6. 2. Select the Content Aware Move tool from the toolbar. 3. Select the area by clicking the left mouse button. Hold it and drag the mouse to draw the line around the element you want to move as shown in the figure. 4. Now click on the selection and drag it to another location. 5. The left behind area will get filled up with the matching surrounding. 6. Look at the figure below. Clone Stamp tool. Clone Stamp tool works like copy and paste command. It is used to create the duplicate copy of an image. This tool uses the sampling points of an image and use as a reference to create the clone of an image. 1. Open an image in Photoshop CS6. 2. Select the Clone Stamp tool from the toolbar. Select the type, size and hardness of brush. Select the blend mode from the options bar. In this example, we select the brush size 100 and brush preset round point stiff. 4. Now press Alt plus left mouse, click to select the area for sampling. 5. Now click on the other area and drag the mouse to draw a clone. 6. When you start dragging, a plus symbol appears to the original image. 7. After cloning the image, you can save the file. 8. Here we have cloned the leaves on the mountain. See the effects of Clone Stamp tool in the both figures. Blur tool. Blur tool, as the name implies, is used to blur the image or portion of the image. Let us see how it can be done. 1. Open an image in the Photoshop CS6. 2. Select the Blur tool in the toolbar. 3. Select the brush size, say 160, hardness say 65, type and preset and other options from the options bar. 4. Insert a new layer by clicking on Create a New Layer option. 5. Click and drag the mouse over the area of an image which is to be blurred. 6. Now see the blurred effect in newly created layer and the original image in original layer. Sharpen tool. Sharpen tool is used to sharpen the outlines of an image to improve the quality of an image and makes the image looks clearer. 1. Open the image in the Photoshop CS6. 2. Select the Sharpen tool from the toolbar. 3. Select the size of brush, say 160, hardness say 65, and set other options as per requirements in options bar. 4. Now drag the mouse over the area to sharpen the image. Smudge tool. This tool is used to smudge an image with the color at the point where the stroke of brush begins, and when you move the mouse, it smudges the color accordingly. 1. Open an image in Photoshop CS6. 2. Select the smudge tool from the toolbar. 3. Select the brush size, hardness, and other options from the options bar. 4. Now drag the mouse over the area and smudge the image as shown in the figure. Type tools. Type tool is used for typing and adding some text in the image. Horizontal type tool. This tool is used to type the text horizontally on the image. 1. Open an image in the Photoshop CS6. 2. Select the horizontal type tool from the toolbar. Click the left mouse button and drag the mouse. A text box opens with dashed border and cursor inside the box. 4. Set the font family, font size, and font style from the options bar. 5. Now type the text, say Happy Birthday. Vertical type tool. This tool is used to type the text vertically on the image. 1. Open an image in the Photoshop CS6. 2. Select the vertical type tool from the toolbar. 3. Click the left mouse button and drag the mouse. A text box opens with dashed border and cursor inside the box. 4. Set the font family, font size, and font style from the options bar. 5. Now type the text, say Happy Birthday. Shape tool. Shape tool consists of various tools which can be used to create a shape on the screen like rectangle, circle, ellipse, polygon, lines, etc. Rectangle tool. This tool is used to draw rectangular shapes on the screen. Just click on the tool, select the foreground color and draw the shape by click and drag method. Rounded rectangle tool. Rectangle tool is used to create a rectangle shape with sharp corners, but rounded rectangle tool is used to draw rectangle with rounded corners. To draw a shape, select the tool from the toolbar, select the foreground color, set the height and width of the shape, and also set the radius and draw the shape using click and drag method. Ellipse tool. This tool can be used to draw circle or ellipse shapes on the screen. You need to select the ellipse tool, select the foreground color, and draw the shape using click and drag method. Polygon tool. This tool is used to draw polygon shape. You need to select the polygon tool from the toolbar, select the foreground color, and draw the shape using this tool. Line tool. This tool is used to draw lines. Select the line tool from the toolbar and draw the line by click and drag the mouse. Navigation tools. Navigation tools include hand tool and zoom tool, which are explained below. Hand tool. Hand tool is used to move the image. This tool is useful in case when the image is too large to be seen on the single screen. By using hand tool, you can move the image to see the parts of image which is not visible otherwise. You just need to select the hand tool. Click on the image by pressing the left mouse button, hold the button, and move the hand tool to move the image with it. Zoom tool. Zoom tool is used to enlarge the image called zoom in or compress it called zoom out. You need to select the zoom tool from the toolbar. Then click on the image, it will get magnified or zoom in. To zoom out, press Alt key from the keyboard and click on the image. Fact file. Hue means to set the color in an image and saturation means to adjust the intensity of the color. Setting image adjustments. You can adjust many settings of the image to improve the quality of the image, like setting color levels, brightness and contrast of the image, color balance, posterize, shadow or highlight the image, and many other options. Adjusting hue/saturation. This option is used to adjust the hue or saturation of the image. Let us see how it can be done. Open an image in Photoshop CS6. 2. Select the image or a part of it using any selection tool. 3. Go to Image menu. A drop-down list opens. 4. Select the Adjustments option. A further menu opens. 5. Select Hue/Saturation option. 6. The Hue/Saturation dialog box opens. 7. Another way is to go to Adjustment panel on the right side of the window. 8. Select Hue/Saturation option. 9. A Hue/Saturation property box opens. 10. Set the hue and saturation by moving the corresponding sliders and see the effect on the image. Making the image black and white. Many times you have seen the black and white effect on the image. To make your image black and white: 1. Select the image. 2. Go to Adjustments panel. 3. Select the black and white option from the panel. 4. A black and white property box opens. 5. Do the necessary settings and see the effect on the image. Fact file. If the resolution of image is high, its file size will increase. If the resolution is low, file size will decrease. Fact file. If layer panel is not displayed, go to Windows Show Layers. Layers. We have learnt about layers in Flash CS6. The work of layers is quite similar in Photoshop also. A layer is a transparent sheet through which everything is visible beneath it. These layers are used to hold objects and are stacked on the top of one another. Thus, you can see the different objects of different layers all together as they are on single layer. By putting the objects on separate layers, you can edit the objects without affecting the objects in other layers. It is possible to add layers, hide, lock or delete layers. Add a new layer. When a new object is added in a file, a new layer is created automatically. You can add a new layer. Follow the given steps. 1. Click on Create a New Layer option at the left bottom of the window. 2. A new layer will be added in Layers panel. 3. To change the name of the layer, double-click on it. 4. The layer name will get highlighted. 5. Delete the name and type the new one. Deleting a layer. To delete a layer, 1. Select the layer by clicking it once. 2. Right-click on it. A pop menu appears. 3. Select Delete Layer option. 4. A confirmation box opens, asks you about the confirmation of the deletion. 5. Click Yes button. Layer effects and styles. There are various effects that can be applied to the contents of the layer. These effects may include shadow, glow, emboss, etc. When you modify the effects, the corresponding layer contents get modified accordingly. For example, suppose you have applied the emboss effect to the text layer. When you add a text in that layer, it will get emboss effect by default. Let us apply some effect on the layer. 1. Select the layer in the Layer panel. 2. Select the drop-down arrow of Add a Layer Style button present at the bottom of the panel. 3. From the drop-down list, select the effect you want to apply on the layer. 4. A Layer Style dialog box opens. It will show the options according to the effect you have selected. 6. Make the required settings according to your choice. 7. Click OK button. 8. The effect will be applied on the layer and will be displayed along the layer on which it has been applied. File format: full name, features, .jpg or .jpeg, joint, photographic experts group. Compressed file format: supports 24-bit color, produces small size, suitable for web applications. .gif, graphic interchange format, uncompressed file format, supports 256 different colors, suitable for web clip arts, simple diagrams, shapes, and animation effects. .tif, f-tagged image file format, uncompressed file format, supports 24-bit color or 48-bit color, suitable for digital images. .png, portable network, graphics, produces smaller files, supports 16 million colors, suitable for displaying photographs on web without color loss. .pnp, bitmapped uncompressed file format, file size is large, suitable for background images and wallpapers. Recap corner. Adobe Photoshop is a software editing tool which is used to create and manipulate images. Brush tool is a painting tool which is used to create smooth brush strokes of the foreground color in the picture. Pencil tool is used to draw freehand drawings. The color replacement tool is used to replace or change the color of the image to new color. Mixer brush tool is used to mix colors and paint in the image or part of image. Content aware tool is used to move the image or part of it to some other area. Clone stamp tool is used to create the duplicate copy of an image. Blur tool is used to blur the image or portion of the image. Zoom tool is used to enlarge the image called zoom in or compress it called zoom out.